Nintendo Direct from Thursday.
You're gonna have to tell me what's up about Nintendo Direct.
Oh, I'll tell you what's up.
Oh, I did hear about this.
Okay. The Smash thing?
Yeah.
So Thursday was a Nintendo Direct, and I was super excited, cautiously optimistic about it because I wanted to see what are they going to show us. Are they going to give us some bangers? Is it going to be all indie games? What's the deal? They gave us some real good shit that's coming only to the 3DS, and that really pissed me off because
To the 3DS only? Damn it.
Yeah. They remade. I don't want to start at the top. I'm going to actually start from
At the bottom?
Not necessarily at the bottom. It's sort of in the middle.
Okay.
Scroll on down. Oh, go up. The WarioWare.
Gotcha.
WarioWare is an awesome franchise, and I was like, oh man, cool WarioWare on this. Oh, it's on the 3DS. Fuck. But it's called WarioWare Gold. I don't know why I couldn't say that. WarioWare Gold. And it seems like it's a mixture of a compilation of 3 of their games plus some new levels, which is cool. And I was really upset that wasn't coming to the Switch. A game that came out like 3 years ago, Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story, is coming out now. You scroll down a little bit more. I think it's one more after that one. Nope, keep going.
So here,
that one.
Mario and Luigi. Yeah.
But it's Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story plus Bowser's Jr. Bowser Jr.'s Journey.
Jeez, that's a mouthful.
And that's also only coming to the 3DS.
3DS.
And it's also a port of a game that came out 3 years ago on the same console. Like, what the fuck? You did the work to it. Put it on the Switch. You added content to it.
Kind of looks like a Pokemon game.
Put it on the Switch. It's an RPG-ish style game.
Oh.
Then your jam right here. You're going to have to break out your 3DS, Rick, and
have
get
it.
Detective Pikachu. Oh, you don't have it anymore?
No, I traded in for the Switch.
Oh, that's right. Detective Pikachu seems pretty entertaining and amazing because Detective Pikachu talks like this. He's got a real deep voice.
Does?
Yeah, it's pretty entertaining. But again, it's a 3DS game, so I don't care because I don't have a 3DS. The one right below it is the one that pisses me off the most. I love Luigi's Mansion. I loved that game on the GameCube.
Play the one on the 3DS.
And the one on the 3DS is very, very good. This is a remaster / remake of Luigi's Mansion for the GameCube. But as of right now, they're only putting it on the 3DS.
What's the difference between the one that's already on the 3DS?
That's number 2. That's a sequel.
Oh, that's a sequel.
And I was kind of hoping they would put Luigi's Mansion on the Switch. But they didn't, and that really bums me out. Then there was some news about Kirby Star Allies. I guess its release date. It's coming out March 16th, which is like next fucking week, which is crazy. Here's a port.
Oh, I remember this game.
Yeah, here's a port of an old PS2 game that ended up making its way to the Wii, I believe, and PS3 and Wii U. And like, this is one of those games that's like, oh, there's new consoles out. Let's put it out because it's a beautiful looking game. It's like
the one where you paint, right?
It's hand painted art, and it looks fucking amazing. And they put it out on PS3, I believe, or Kami HD, and that's what's coming to Switch. I always wanted to get this game.
Me too.
But I never did.
Same.
So guess what? I'm going to get it on the Switch.
Awesome. No release date for that?
No, I don't believe so.
So summer.
Yeah, summer or later this year. Let's see. Then we've got Sushi Striker, The Way of Sushido. It is a like
a Cookie Mama type of game.
Cooking Mama, Cook Serve Delicious, Diner Dash.
Cook Serve Delicious.
It's I love shit like this, and I'm very excited about that. I love games like this. Yeah, man.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, going all the way back to Tapper on the NES. But yeah, I like that. So I'm excited about that. Octopath Traveler has a release date that's coming out in June.
I saw Octopath trending on Twitter.
Yeah, that's
probably why.
Yeah,
I didn't know about it.
It's got a release date. They talked about 2 more characters, and everybody's bitching about the name, and like that was supposed to just be its code name or whatever, because the demo that they put out a while ago was called Project Octopath Traveler, and everybody assumed like, oh, it's Square Enix, they're gonna turn it into something else. This is not the name of the game, but you literally play as 8 different characters, and you go through their journey and their story. You literally go down an Octopath. So shut up.
Never.
Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, which came out on the Wii U. Bryce and I talked a little bit about this. This game looks fucking sweet. It looks really, really cool. It seems to be like everything I've ever seen about it. It's structured kind of like a mobile game, but I know from what I've heard from people, it's a very, very fun game. So that's not my beef with it. My main beef is that
where they're putting it.
It put it on the Switch, which is great. So I'll probably get it because I don't have a Wii U, so I didn't play it there. And they've added a couple of new areas. Like there's a new Metro Kingdom, New Donk City looking area. A lot of stuff from Mario Odyssey. A lot of areas from Mario Odyssey that they've made levels out of for Toad Treasure Tracker, which is awesome. But it's essentially a port of the Wii U game. And what Nintendo has been doing is charging full price for their ports. Mario Kart 8 was $60. And everybody's like, yeah, but that game had all the DLC. It's like, yeah, but it was also a 4-year-old fucking game that you're charging me $60 for. And it's not just Nintendo, and I clarified this with Bryce too. It's like it's not just Nintendo. 18 months later or 10 months later, whatever it is, when the Game of the Year edition comes out with like, oh, here's the DLC or here's the extra costumes, give us $60 again. Fuck you. No. You don't get to double dip for full price. You don't get to double dip for full price.
Got to make the money. They're greedy.
But okay, so here's the problem. My main problem with that, and I understand. I
know what you're saying. I'm just messing.
Especially with Nintendo right now, I know they're not hurting in like the hearts and minds of gamers right now. They've got a lot of goodwill built up. But imagine how much more goodwill they would have built up if Mario Kart 8 Deluxe came out at $40 instead of $60. If this comes out at $30 instead of $50, if Splatoon 2, like they actually went out of the way to call that 2. And there was a lot of Splatoon stuff in here that I really feel, it makes it even feel like even more like the Switch was rushed out because they're adding like a whole new thing to Switch, an update, new characters, new things to make Splatoon 2 more of a full-fledged game standing on its own. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know, that's pretty cool too. But it seems like, oh, this is the game that should have came out for $60 last year, not what came out last year for $60. And that's not saying Splatoon 2 is bad or it didn't add things. Right. But it just seemed like such a short time between the Wii U version and this sequel. And I know that we're caught up in a world of annualized games, and every year a new Call of Duty comes out, and every year a new Need for Speed comes out, and every year a new Assassin's Creed comes out. And that's a cycle that we've gotten on in video games that I really don't like. But the thing you can say about Call of Duty is that they have 3 teams making video games. So it's more like every 3 years a new Call of Duty game is coming out because the team has been working on it for that long. But with Splatoon 2, it felt like, oh, let's put it... I thought when they announced that, I initially thought it was going to be like Mario Kart 8. I thought, oh, okay, they're just going to bring it forward to the Switch, a console people actually bought. That makes sense. But they're charging full price for that shit. Like, don't charge me $60 for Toad Treasure Tracker, please. That's got to be like $30, man. Like, I know they've done some work to it, but I don't like when games like this come out, or like I even said earlier, the Game of the Year editions that are full price again. I don't like that. It's unfair to the gamer, and it really just puts a sour taste in my mouth for business practices. That being said, Toad Treasure Tracker looks fucking sweet. I like the look of the new areas, and I'm probably going to get that whether it's full price or not. I just hope it's not. Because
there's no price for it.
If it is, I probably won't get it right away, and I'll probably wait for it to go on sale, or I'll probably wait till I have something to trade in, because Nintendo games never go on sale.
It's supposed to be part of Super Mario Odyssey?
No, there's levels based on areas from Super Mario Odyssey. Crash Bandicoot's Insane Trilogy is coming to the Switch, which is crazy because it's been a Sony exclusive game Crash has been Sony exclusive forever.
I was looking at that.
But it's also an Activision property. And Activision sees how many people are buying the Switch and buying games for the Switch. Why not put this awesome remaster? Because from all reports, it was a great remaster. It makes me want to get it.
I'm shaking my head like I want to get it, but it's going to make me angry. And I don't want to throw my Switch.
Yeah. Well, just get it on PS4 and throw your controller.
Yeah, exactly.
But that
comes out before my birthday.
But I also believe that this will be coming to Xbox One as well because it's an Activision property. And I think this was just something cool that Nintendo could
That's awesome.
announce first. South Park: The Fractured But Whole. If you haven't played it yet,
Nope.
get it. And if you don't want to get it on the PS4, if this is something you want to take with you so you can play on your lunch breaks, get it on the Switch. I hope they put the Stick of Truth out also. Because you haven't played that one either, have you?
I haven't.
This game directly ties into the Stick of Truth.
Oh, it does?
This is a perfect sequel to an almost perfect video game before it. I love it. I love Stick of Truth. Everybody should play these games, and I'm glad it's coming to the Switch.
That's
Again,
awesome.
I can be okay with that one being full price because Stick of Truth literally just came out in this last fall, so I can't be too upset if that's full price. But you can get it for like dirt cheap on PS4 and Xbox One. That's the problem. Dark Souls Remastered.
Oh, that's right. They mentioned that.
A certain person with some thumbs said, if I get Dark Souls Remastered, I'm going to get it on PS4 because it's going to look better, which is true. That's the way I played it before on PS3. And I don't want to get caught up in this fucking amiibo bullshit. But god damn it, is that cool.
That's a really pretty cool amiibo.
Oh, god damn, that's cool. Praise the sun. Praise the sun. It's fucking night saying praise the sun. It's an amiibo. And I don't know what you're going to use it for. And I don't know how it's going to affect the game. But fuck, if they make a case for it, I might get Dark Souls Remastered on the Switch. I might.
What do you mean a case?
If they say this is why it's better.
Oh, I thought you meant like a case.
No, if they tell me like this is why you should get it on the Switch because this amiibo does things, this game is this way. If they make a good reason or a good argument for me to get it on the Switch,
you'll get the amiibo.
That amiibo, man, makes it almost worth it. But I don't want to take the performance hit. I don't want it to be 30 frames a second or sub 30 frames a second. And I just don't want it to look the way it looked when I played it on PS3 6 years ago or 7 years ago, whenever it was. Like, I want it to look like the updated remaster. That's my only problem.
So it's remastered on it.
Yeah. Let's see. Travis Strikes Again. I don't know. Did you play No More Heroes at all?
No.
No? I know Bryce really liked the No More Heroes games on the Wii. And this is kind of like not a mini game collection, but there's smaller bite-sized games in it, and it's a No More Heroes sequel, and it seems really cool. I think you'd like the aesthetics of it. Little Nightmares I never played, but everybody likes it. Undertale I never played, but everybody loves it. Hyrule Warriors can go fuck itself, because so can Dynasty Warriors. Those games suck. And the big banger at the end of the press conference, at the end of the Direct, Super Smash Bros. Switch coming 2018.
I don't care.
I'm not a Smash Brothers fan.
I'm not a Smash Brothers fan at all.
But
I tried playing it once.
I had a lot of fun playing on N64 with my cousin and his friends back in the day because my cousin's like 6 years younger than me, 7 years younger than me, and so his friends were younger. But I was like 15, 16, hanging out at my aunt and uncle's house and hanging out with my little cousin. His friends would come over and they were all about Smash. And I was like, I don't know, dudes. And so I played it with them on Nintendo 64 because there's 4 controllers and 4 players, and I didn't like it, but I had a lot of fun playing with them. Like, that's the thing about Smash that I really understand.
Fun communal game.
I don't understand the love for the game, and like everybody, oh, it's so deep and there's so much technique and strategy to this game. But anytime I've ever played it, it's just whoever button mashes the hardest wins. I'm not saying the depth isn't there. I'm just saying I've never played with people that understand that depth, myself included. But that being said, I might get this game because I have a Switch. And I know my buddy Robert loves Smash Brothers. He's all about Smash, and he's been tweeting about it for the last 2 days. And like, Robert will have Smash.
I won't have it.
Bryce will probably get Smash because Bryce is on this get every Nintendo first-party game that comes out for the Switch kick, which I totally understand. He had the same thing on Wii U. He had the same thing on Wii, whether he liked them or not. He's another guy who votes with his wallet. And it's like, well, I want them to keep making games for this thing, so I'm going to buy this shit whether I like it or not. I bet Bryce will end up getting Smash. And like, there's 3 of us, and maybe if 3 of people that Rick, have Smash, maybe you might get it to play with us because it's a fun communal game. But yeah, it's a game that doesn't move the needle for me at all. But I would consider buying it if enough people I know that have Switches got it, because it'd be like, oh, okay. It would. But then again, playing online, there's no fucking voice chat unless you use their stupid app, which I'm never gonna use. And if I go to Robert's house, I'll just take my controller and play there instead of, because that's where it's fun, is playing with your friends. So
playing in person, I think, would be a lot more fun.
Yeah, for sure. But even if it was a case where I could bring my Switch with me, similar to what they did on the Wii U version, where if you have the Wii U, you know, you could have somebody playing on the TV and somebody playing on the tablet. Yeah. And if you had 3DS and the version for 3DS, you could all basically have your own screen and not have to worry about being
we
huddled.
did that at Robert's place.
Yeah, but you could be all together, but not having to fight for TV real estate. You can pay attention on your own screen. If they do that with the Switch, which I'm sure they will, that would be an awesome way to play that game. Take my Switch, play it at Roberts, have my own screen.
Yeah.
That would be fun. But yeah, it doesn't, like I said, doesn't move the needle for me, but those games always have a lot of love from people, and maybe I'm just missing it. Maybe I'm different now. Maybe I can get into it. Who knows?
Maybe.
Who knows?
See Mario Tennis.
Yeah, the only reason I didn't bring that up is because I'm not high on that. Like, the Mario sports games that I care about is Mario Golf. That's it. Bryce seems really pumped about that. They're doing like a single player story mode, like quest mode kind of thing, which is kind of cool. Like, all of that seems really dope. Everything they've said about that game seems really fucking cool, except for the tennis part. If it was golf, if it was Mario Golf, because I love Mario Golf on 64, Mario Golf is the shit, man.
I can't say if I've played Mario Golf.
It's basically Hot Shots Golf.
But yeah,
it's just Hot Shots Golf.
That's cool.
Yeah. But that's pretty much it.
That's a lot for Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, it was a whole lot. It was like 35 minutes. Like, it was all crammed into about 35 minutes of boom, game. And nothing seemed super far away either. Everything feels like I think Okami is the one that seems the farthest away. But everything else seemed like it's, right around the corner.
Okami is definitely one I want to fucking get.
But now that we've talked about that Direct, let's talk about the one that happened in Japan real quick. Because
they had their own?
The real banger was announced during the Japanese Direct.
What was that?
Taiko Drum Master. Have you ever played Taiko Drum Master in the arcades?
Is that the one, like the very first?
It's got one drum.
Yeah,
and the two things pop. Yes.
Yes. Oh my god.
Taiko Drum Master's coming to the Switch. Awesome. Which got me really excited, but I've already told Bryce there's no peripheral. There's no drum. You do this, and you hit it, and you turn it sideways to hit the side things together. So it's using.
Can you see the sticks on screen?
I don't know.
That'd be interesting.
I don't think so. But I told Bryce, I go, I know it won't do anything, and it'll just be a shell, but I need somebody, if it's not them, to come out with a peripheral that I put these in, and I have a drum to hit, because I need that tactile feedback. Because the reason Wii Music sucked ass so much is because you're doing this and all your motions are not being registered properly. And I know these are way more sophisticated than the Wii remotes were, but I was watching the thing and it was like it was slow gameplay of doing this 1, 2, 3, 4, turning it to the side and doing it this way. And I was like, yes, that's manageable. That's super manageable. But if you play Taiko Drum Master, like I play Taiko Drum Master, and you want to be able to hit, you play it on hard or higher, I don't think the motion is going to cut that speed. So I need the peripheral. I need something. But I am super excited about Taiko Drum Master coming to the Switch.